As you heard, a guy, my first mentor, took a risk on me at 29 years old and said, okay, Mike, you're the managing partner of this dealership, and we're going to have you run it. He was based out of Vienna, Austria. So I go to Austria, I'm 29 years old, and he says, you know, Mike, you don't know anything about the world. I said, what do you mean? I'm America. What else do you need to know other than America? And he says, well, I'm going to show you a thing or two. So this is the height of the Cold War. Picks me up in the morning, we get in a car, we drive behind the Iron Curtain, and we spend the next 2 weeks in Czechoslovakia, Hungary, East Germany, Russian occupation, communist everywhere. Everything is gray. The people are gray, the sky is gray, the food is gray, the mood is gray. It's absolutely the most depressing thing I ever saw. Too bad Donald Trump couldn't have made this trip. I mean, the Russian oppression was just unbelievable. You know, you had to see it to believe it. So we end up in East Berlin, and I'm in East Berlin looking into West Berlin. East Berlin, gray, dark, depressed. West Berlin, full of vitality and life. And this is when I understood the greatness of America. This is when I fell in love with capitalism. Where's Frank? And free enterprise. Yeah, free enterprise. Because it creates the most good for the most people. We can all be equally miserable. Or we can have a little bit of inequality, but be all well off compared to the rest of the world. So it took a German to introduce me and to understand the greatness of America. So we were a partner for decades, and then I went back to Mercedes, and I had the great boss, Dieter Zetsche. Sat down with him my first day, and I said, Dieter, what do you want me to do? He looks at me and he says, take risk and manage the risk. What greater advice can you get than that? Again, free enterprise system. And so then, after another decade, I hear about AutoNation, and Wayne Huizenga calls me one day, the founder of the company. He says he's interested in me. Now, the truth be told, what happened, how that happened is, my dear friend Keith Crane had been called by Wayne and said, and asked Keith, who should he go find to run AutoNation? And Keith said, there's only one guy you need to talk to, that's Mike Jackson. And Keith and I had known each other already 15 years by then, and we shared a love of cars, love of the business, and we loved the larger-than-life personalities, like Frank, that are in this business. And so now the news is out. Jason Stein, you're the editor of this, and you need to write a story that it was Keith who brokered the deal, and I still owe Keith a finder's fee. I've never paid him for putting the deal together. So now I'm CEO of this public traded company. It was a big step up. So I go to see our founder, Wayne. He left me quite a few issues to deal with in a very short period of time. And I said, hey, Wayne, I need to know what you think about this problem. So I start describing it to me, and he starts arguing a point of view, and he wins me over. As soon as he wins me over, he does a 180, and he's arguing it from the other side. As soon as he wins me over there, he does 90 degrees, then he does another. I realize he's argued the issue 360 degrees, and he's won the argument from every angle. So I finally go, hey, Wayne, you give me a headache here. I came to you for advice. I want to know what you would do in this situation. So Wayne looks at me and says, no, that's too easy. You're the big hotshot CEO now. You make the decision. I've given you my best thinking. It'll be a big success, and I will cheer you on. So I take that in. I said, Wayne, what if I get it wrong? He goes, well, in that case, you're screwed. So, welcome to accountability. I'm very proud of the company that we built, AutoNation. I'm very proud that we've been #1 19 years in a row. Not that I'm keeping track, Roger, or anything, 19 years in a row. I know you got 17 Indy wins, but okay. We've shown that brand, coast to coast, can really matter in auto retail, and the company has a unified purpose. Find a cure for cancer, especially focus on breast cancer, and our flag is Drive Pink. And for a company to have a purpose that's greater than just selling cars and fixing cars is remarkable. And to bring it to life as part of our culture, where we raise millions upon millions upon millions every year, that every associate in the company is behind it. And we really can help every associate when they have a challenge with cancer, that we're literally at the point where if you work for AutoNation and you ask someone with AutoNation what they do, they say, well, I'm finding a cure for cancer, and I'm selling cars and fixing cars. That's when you really know you've arrived at a purpose. And I'd like to thank my team, most of which have been with me for 20 years, for having brought this to life. So it's great to have my family here. My sisters are here. My son, my daughter are here. My wife even came tonight. Alice is right here. She's really a sweetheart. She's charmer. If you want to go up and say hello, it'll put a little sparkle in your evening, darling. I love you completely. You're stuck with me forever. And we're going to the finish line together. So if I look at my life now, that the trustees of the Hall of Fame have invited me across the threshold to join, I have to tell you, I am genuinely, deeply, deeply touched. And I can sit here tonight and say, well, the defining moments in my life are when that 300 SL went by, the moment Alice walked up and said hello to me. I had to take it from there, but at least she said hello. It's a start. And tonight, there's my life before Hall of Fame and my life after Hall of Fame. But I am excited about the future of our industry. I think we're at a point where the intersection of electrification, autonomous, connectivity will enable us as an industry. It'll take time, but to comprehensively address the social cost of our industry, namely fatalities and pollution. There is a shining light on a hill, where we will be pollution-free and fatality-free. And that will be a great day, and I am, post-AutoNation Hall of Fame, excited about being part of that future. Thank you very much for this great honor.